Hi, Chloe.
Hi, Jordan.
Welcome to The Spoon.
Thank you.
You want to be Big Spoon?
I am Big Spoon.
Yeah, I really like it.
Yeah, Big Spoon is good.
I feel like this is just an elaborate ruse for me to just
Get
like...
cuddles.
Yeah.
Is there like an intro, like theme music?
Yeah, there'll probably be some. And theme music. Could you do like a shout out?
Could I do a shout out
In
to
Parliament? Be like, yo, shout out to Jordan Mooney.
I mean, theoretically, but that could quite be like an abuse of power / conflict of interest, hey? Funnily enough, I don't have a contract. I'm not technically employed.
Are you a sole contractor then?
I don't know how this employment
You don't have a
relationship works.
contract?
No, I don't have sick days.
Oh,
Yeah.
I grant you a sick day.
Thanks, mate.
In Parliament, you passed through the Election Access Fund bill recently,
Bingo.
right?
Good. Yep, you got that. Yeah. Yes, we did. It was really, really exciting.
And you said it was unanimous through the House.
It was unanimous through the House. The first reading of it was unanimous, but I
Right.
presume, given the relationships that I've built across the House and all of the different parties, that we'll be able to continue getting it through unanimously, which is really important as a symbol, I think, for the community to begin with, to say that we see you, we hear you, we're here to represent you. But in that same vein, I think it's pretty dismal. It would be a pretty dismal state of affairs should a politician vote against a bill which premises to increase accessibility to democracy for candidates and voters with disabilities.
It would not be a good look.
It would not be, no.
I'm starting to frown at the prospect of that. I'm like, that would be disgusting.
Yeah, but I mean, being completely full, frank, open, honest, transparent, all the rest. A few months ago, it wasn't looking like it would pass unanimously. So we're really stoked with how it's gone.
Why do you think it wasn't going to be passing unanimously?
Well, there's a few variables. The first of which is that I am a Green Party MP. And, it's quite funny when I was first elected, Dad would text me and say, oh, they're saying mean stuff about you on Talkback Radio. And I'd have to go, Dad, I'm in the Greens. Like, that's not gonna, we're 8 MPs of 120. We are always there to push the boat out and try and make the place more progressive, shift the culture. That stuff is perceived as agitating. So, yeah, I think the very fact that it was a members' bill in the name of a Green Party MP, first and foremost, always disadvantages a piece of legislation off the bat.
Yeah, re-nuzzle.
I feel like I could easily go to sleep in this situation.
Should we just go to sleep?
No.
No.
I have a flight to catch, so...
Well, you're probably one of the more relevant people to be speaking on education because
Right.
out of everyone who's in Parliament, you've been the closest to it by age.
To the education system.
I mean, Winston Peters
absolutely
couldn't be the
agree.
education minister, could he?
I absolutely agree. I'm not agreeing on that point. You said that before I had finished the thing. Parliament is not set up to be a collaborative place, even back down to the way that the seats are shaped. Should just be beds everywhere. But the way the way that Parliament is shaped,
More equal, a round table.
Yeah, like they have in cabinet, and instead they reserve that only for when you're in caucus or in government or whatever. Parties never really get together to discuss things.
Just get together to yell at each other.
Yeah, and in the House as well, which is a very colonial Westminster adversarial system, whereby we often end up overlaying, I think, an artificial black and white veneer to things, such that you end up throwing out the baby with the bathwater when there's a change of government or when there's a certain attached to stuff.
That we still follow such an old system.
Yeah.
It's like it's 2018. Things are changing more rapidly than they ever have before. Yet our schooling remains the same.
Yeah.
Our justice systems remain the same.
We are working on changing that, by the way. Yeah, both of those things we're working on changing.
I want to swear. I want to go, F yeah! This is PG.
Is it? Oh, we're
Fine. Fuck yeah! Does your brain always go this quickly? Because I don't usually have to listen to my friends as sharply as I have to listen to you because their brains are going like half the speed. No offense, Kit. No offense, dude. Have you ever voted National?
No, I've never voted National.
Would you do
I've
it as a
always
joke?
voted Green. It's not a funny joke,
No,
mate.
it's
It's not how jokes work. What's the punchline?
Yeah, the
More
punchline.
austerity. There are a lot of people who argue off the bat that the law is natural because it's just the way that things are, that some people are always going to be poor, some people are always going to be wealthy, whatever it may be. But the thing is that the system doesn't have to look like it does because the law is man-made. So things are the way that they are at the moment, either by design or gross negligence. And I think that politicians have a a responsibility, a massive responsibility, to be designing the best version of society possible, because people don't need to be sleeping homeless outside of Queen Street. And half of the homeless population in Auckland's under the age of 25, and those are people who
Half.
Yeah, half. Those are people who are running away from abusive households, so domestic violence, sexual violence, whatever it may be, from insecurity or abuse. And we know that, if those people don't get help when they're younger, then it turns into a cycle. And again, these are just this is kind of what I was getting at earlier, is that we have a situation with the way that the political institution operates, whether it be the shape of the chamber or the inherent adversarial nature of it, where someone has to be good and someone has to be bad, that we often end up going, it's not about the change that we make, but how that change is sold and how people, feel about it, and whether that reflects in the polls and stuff. So poll-informed, focus group-informed politics is the worst kind of politics in my mind. You're Slytherin, hey?
Yes.
Please don't associate the Greens to Slytherin. I think they were much more... I actually had to do... the spin-off got me to do a Pottermore quiz.
What'd you get? Ravenclaw?
No, I wanted Ravenclaw
Hufflepuff.
so badly. Yeah. Yeah, what a nerd, eh?
Well,
although I looked them up and I found that they're actually loyal and...
It's an amazing... Look, you have to remember that the books of Harry Potter are from a small segment of a time of the chosen one, and it's through the lens of Harry Potter. Like, this world spans for thousands and thousands of years, and we're judging it through the lens of one man.